Hello. So I thought today, welcome back. I'm just going to do for now on is I'll just come on here and just do talk with me as I study and work on homework and different things, because right now I started my fall semester and I got to work on a paper on sex. It talks about like the 5 things that I wouldn't, I would be reluctant to talk about, and like I was following the Why the Hymen book, and I'm sure that was not very entertaining for many people because you want more substance and everything. But anyway, so today, I guess I'll just talk about different things, and you could just this is just my rant for the week. I'm struggling with work a lot. I think it's partly because of the heat. I get hot and overheated, and so I don't know. I kind of want another job. Like, honestly, I know I'm going to do counseling, and I get that. That would be my other job. But, like, a side hustle that I could just stay at home and not have to go to work and not be responsible for picking up people's walking back and forth. Like today, I just found out today that I don't want to get into it because it's like HIPAA law, but it's something I have to do, part of my job, and I was just like, really? I don't want to do that. I mean, it's for their safety and everything, which makes sense, So I was like, I don't want to do that. So yeah, it's just kind of like when things, don't go our way, we kind of get upset. I know, like, I've been kind of seeing someone for about a month or two. I guess it's been a month or two. Yeah, was it a month? It's been a month or two. It should be, I guess it's been 2 months. So yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I just been thinking about things, and I don't know, dating in your 40s is terrible. Being a black woman and dating in your 40s is just like, ugh. I don't know. I feel like waiting for marriage is for the birds, because you wait, and then by the time you wait, these men have like 5 grandkids. They're working, you're like, well, thanks a lot. So, I don't know. I just feel like dating has been an adventure, like, I know, like, I don't know if my ex-boyfriend is still watching me or not. So, sorry, hi, Curtis. But, oh no, it's just kind of weird because it gets harder. I don't know. And I've noticed that I don't want to tell people as much about my dating life with people because I don't trust them. I really don't. So I kind of be like, well, it's none of their business. I don't know. I feel like maybe, I think that we're so open now in this generation about our sexuality and, parading and going, look at me, and it's just like, okay, I guess so, parade yourself. So I don't know, I don't know what it is. Like, I just hate it. Like, I don't know, I thought I would be married and have kids and have this, but I'm not married and I don't have any kids. And so it kind of gets weird, when you do wind up dating people that have kids, and you're just like, oh my God, I can't wait to meet them. And they're like, well, they got a problem, so you can't really meet them right now. And you're like, wait, what? What? Say what? So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, how do you date in your 40s? What do you do? I don't know. I wish I had an idea of what to do. Excuse me, my nose is running. Yeah, this is why it's kind of real image of me. Excuse me. Someday I'll learn how to edit. So, you know, like, what do you think? Like, when, like, tell me what you do in your 40s. Like, what are some tips that you guys would want to hear? And, like, I know we listen to people like Jonathan Asley and Nicole Moore. Nicole Moore doesn't really talk about being in your 40s. I think she's still in her 30s. I'm not sure. Don't quote me, because I could be wrong. You know, then you got Rebecca Lynn Pope. She kind of talks a little bit. But Jonathan Asley is more like 40s and 50s, and he's like really real. Now, Conan Nanik still does the thing about interracial dating. I don't know. Yeah, he still does it. Excuse me, I just eat too much. I had a vitamin D, and it's like, get my nose right. So I don't know. I was just thinking a lot about this today, and work and dating, and just people being silent about stuff, and you're just like, oh my goodness. Let's see what else. Oh, I have a problem with Word of Faith. You're like, what? I hate Word of Faith because I feel like it gets into that law of attraction. Law of attraction and Word of Faith is new age. Don't let anybody tell you, like, everybody's like, well, you must be positive. Okay. But I think positive can cause heart attacks, you know, because you're like, let's be positive when your arm is bleeding. I remember I was trying to be real positive. So we lived in between Admiral and Harvard. If you know, whatever. I didn't tell you the address. Between Admiral and Harvard. And we had, in the neighborhood, I decided to pet a dog. It was dumb. The dog bit me and made me bleed. I guess I could have been positive and said, look at my hand. It's not bleeding. But no, instead it reached like the depth of my soul, and I got upset. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, how I think Word of Faith is toxic like that. It's like having a dog bite your hand. Because what happens in your mind is that you feel that you can make God do things. You can make God change a man. And you can make God change a woman. You know, it's just like you can't. I mean, God gives us free will, and I hate Word of Faith. I mean, I was with the ORU and I got into it, but I didn't really believe in it because I was just like, I mean, like, you know, people are like, well, the Lord told me. Girl, it was a bad pizza. Don't be telling me that. The Lord told me, you know, and people will say, oh, well, that person had a word. Why haven't you read your own word? I'm guilty of this too. Or you don't read your own word and you're waiting for somebody else to give you a word. When the word just says, go follow me, make disciples, but not go follow this person, you know, it's just, oh. But I don't like it when women who are single and are in the Word of Faith, they use Word of Faith as like a weapon to get a man, you know, like, I'm going to control this man, I'm going to go, woo. I'm going to be like, you gonna do what I tell you to do. People are like, I talked to the Lord. I'm like, well, okay, the Lord can listen. But that doesn't mean you can, like, manipulate time and everything. You got to let God, let that man decide that he wants to be with you. Not you going, I told you in the Word, Jesus, and you better do it. It's like, I wish my life was that where I could be like, yo, I don't want to go to work today. Just bring all the money to me and let me lay down. So, yeah, this is kind of funny how people did that. So today I'm working on a paper about, you know, like how to talk about sexual intimacy. See, I tell you, this is just my rant today. I'm going to call it sex and whatever. But really it's a rant because I'm just going to do, like I said, I'll do videos every day while I work on homework, because you can just hear what I'm going on and what I'm doing, so that you can kind of keep up with my getting my LPC. This is going to be like the series, you know. It's been a real struggle because I've always felt called. I don't know if I would say called, but I always wanted to be a counselor, even when I was like 8 or 9. My dad was a social worker, so I was like, yeah, I want to be a counselor. my dad was like, you're just going to get tired of people. And I think I do get tired of people, but being a job coach has really been a natural thing for me to want to be a counselor. I was like, why can't I just get paid to listen and not be paid to be like, you over there do the such and such, you over there, it's practice for when I supervise, my own supervising, like, counselors, but trying to, like, maintain, like, 6 or 7, 8 people, and, I don't know, but today was a real challenging thing happened today at work because one of the guys, it was like the end of the day. I shouldn't have taken it personally, obviously. Like, I was just kind of like, what? He was like, do you think you could handle being a counselor? And I'm like, what do you think? You don't know me. You just see me and you only know what somebody tells about me. Like, sometimes I think people tell about me, like, oh, well, Leah doesn't know how to do this and do that. Like, you do not take advantage of my quietness and think I don't know what I'm doing. Because sometimes I have this look like, I'm really thinking, do you think I'm dumb? Because I'm not dumb. I just look quiet. I'm just really quiet. I don't know what happened. I think I get tired, so I let people take over. Like, at work, I just let people take over because I don't care. I care enough for people. So, yeah, it's just kind of like, I don't know, people just assume things. Like, don't be in the land of assumptions. So I write about, it's in a paper about, like, how the frequency is sex. You're like, what is she doing? So I don't know, like, anyway, I didn't mean to go silent on you guys, but I'm just going to do, this is your first season of Counseling Diaries. So, guys, if you're ready, just listen to my Counseling Diaries. It's called mostly, like, getting ready to become a counselor and just things that I'm going through. Ooh, I ordered my family study guide book. Woohoo! Yay! It was $160 buckaroos, y'all. But it's totally worth it. But I remember trying to think if I wanted to go to ORU because my friend, she's a counselor and she went to ORU too for her counseling degree. I don't know what it was, sorry. Every time I thought about it, I would just get like this overwhelming sense of dread. Like, I remember I would go, when I'd be at school, like before I graduated with my bachelor's degree in writing and concentration in church history and literature, I would look at their courses and I'd be like, holy no, holy macaroni no. I didn't want to go to ORU because they have it was great for me in my 30s. Like, it was amazing just to have it for those 2 years. 2011, 3 years. I was there 3 years. So, let me talk to you about that. So, I was supposed to graduate in 2014. Everybody thought I was graduating in 2014. I didn't. I graduated in 2013. So, I had one other guy friend. He's not my friend anymore. Or we're not friends. I don't know. I follow him on YouTube. But anyway, he was like, I thought you were not going to graduate until 2014. Okay, so if I'm going to do my word of faith moment, the Lord worked it out. Because what I did was, I wrote really nice papers to get myself out of biology. Lord, it looked like a kiss of death when you take biology. I was like, I am not taking biology. Gee, Jiminy Cricket, no. Because they were like, you're going to have to take it with this person. And I was like, I don't want to do. It was like it was extra work. Plus, I was working a job at TCC at the time. That was a mess too. You know, I'm just going back to the past. But anyway, so I was like praying, like, okay, how do I get out of this? And the academic advisor was like, well, you know what? Go look at all your classes. I need to give a shout out to Karis Irons because she was the one that helped me out. Because at first I thought, she's not going to be able to help me. So we went, I think she called me all the time, every day to try to get me to come in. And I was like, why? And so like, I had some honors ecology classes, a bunch of classes. I don't know how that worked. It was just amazing. It was amazing how it worked because I didn't have to take any biology. I was like, thank you, Jesus. I mean, like, ooh, great Heavenly Father, no. I mean, like, who wants to take biology? And people are crying in their Wheaties. I mean, like, I remember people like, oh, well, you know, you can't wait. Now, when you take biology, you in for a treat. Not a good treat. You gonna die treat. So I was like, really? They're like, yeah. You know, you're not gonna like it. And like, I prayed. I did not want to take biology. I love learning about, you know, how the body works. Because I did midwifery way back in the day. But I was like, no. And so they were like, that passed. And then the final straw, I thought I was never going to graduate. I think I took some other classes. I took psychology too because I had to take some kind of summer class and I took psychology. I took a Spanish class and I was like, I had to do the final. Like, they had a big, large final. The teacher almost flunked me. Thankfully, another teacher that I had, she helped me out. She was on one of, like, the committees. And she was like, this is not Leah's paper. And the teacher was a little addled. He was like, I'm sorry. But I wrote, like, this amazing paper where it was, like, I was supposed to graduate. Once I graduated, I was going to marry I had a fiance. I did not have a fiance. It was hilarious because he said, congratulations. And I was like, yeah, thank you. And I was like, but that was made up. It wasn't real. You know, so anyway, so like going back to counseling and stuff is that I'm grateful for where I'm taking it from Mid-America Christian University. Look at it. But I mean, like, if, you know, I think it's actually, I forgot if it's Church of Christ. I gotta investigate and I'll put it on there in the comment section. But I looked at ORU, like, it just didn't seem right. I hate ORU in terms of, you know, some of those teachers, they push all this fun run. I don't know if it's changed yet, but they push all the fun run and everything. And this one teacher told me, I took a golf class, and he was like, it's not going to matter when you go to work. No job is going to be like, you better work. You better do a workout unless you work for, like, Google or, you know, like HotWorks or Yoga is Best. You know, like, you got to have a good stamina of exercise, vim and vigor. You know, you're like, ooh, look at me. So I don't know. But I was just like, I didn't want to do it. So, yeah, I was just, like, thankful. But anyway, it just took me, I'm just saying, like, when people attach, like, going back to Word of Faith, watch this connection. When people attach a plan or a season to what they declare to God all the time, does not mean it's going to happen. You need to allow God to work in it. You know, like, I just hate that. Like, you know, people used to tell me when I'm waiting on my future spouse, well, God will just, one day you'll be like this, and God will pop it. You're like, Papa would. Where you be at? I don't see him. You know, it was when you're not looking, he just arrives. Like a thief in the night? Really? You gonna ride like a thief in the night. Whoa. Give me some. You know, it's just like, okay, really. 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 So, I don't know. Yeah, but it's just kind of funny how people assume that God is like a jack in the box, or God is that Aladdin, that you can rub it the right way. I'm a genie in the bottle, gotta rub me the right way. That's my favorite song because it's hidden in the earlier another thing I did about dating. But yeah, it's just like, oh, I get tired of women who are so dang fixated on that one guy. You know, and they're like asking them things like, do you like me? Will you eat cheese with George Wendt? When while eating cheese with George Wendt, do you love me? And I fall into that same trap. Ooh, I went over, y'all. But I do. But anyway, if you like the idea of just having counseling diaries, my rant on life and love and everything, this is what I will do while I'm in school. These are the kind of like talks we'll have. It'll just be like, I'll just do it. I'll try to do it pretty regularly so I can keep a habit and be consistent. So you guys can just find out. And if you like this kind of method, let me know, because I like this one. This is more real and less, you know, Leah's reading from a book. It makes you think of Julian Smith. I'm reading a book. Don't you ever interrupt me while I'm reading a book. And I was like, oh, Lord. Like, what is this? You know, why am I watching this mess? So, if you like the Counseling Diaries, this is season 1 of Counseling Diaries. Thank you for listening and watching. Because I'll just talk about different things I'm learning and we'll just go over that. But this is season 1. Thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.